Had you heard of ONLYFANS?
Repeatedly saying that he was dying.
The social media star now accused of murdering her boyfriend.
It's a very unusual case.
She needs to be punished for what she's done.
It is said that everything is fair in love and war. But what do we do when love turns into war? Or more precisely, domestic violence? The same happened with the OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney and her boyfriend Christian Obumzeli, when the heat of the moment caused the unimaginable death of Christian. However, what makes this case even more disturbing is the statement of the model claiming that her boyfriend beat her and she acted in self-defense, resulting in her boyfriend's tragic end at her own hands. To unveil how the social media sensation turned into a suspected killer, let's delve into this twisted story together. It all started with a distressing 911 call made by a 26-year-old OnlyFans model, Courtney Clenney. In a state of panic and fear, she asked for help, having witnessed and done a horrifying scene that no one should ever have to experience. Her boyfriend, Christian Obumzeli, then 27 years old, was shockingly stabbed by the model herself. Tragically, she called 911, and the recording shows the voice of Christian screaming, "I'm going to die," and Courtney can be heard saying, "I'm so sorry, baby.
I'm gonna die, I can't get my arms. Baby, I'm so sorry."
As soon as the police and the emergency services rushed to the apartment in Miami, the OnlyFans model's boyfriend died due to a stabbing. Upon investigation, it was revealed that Courtney stabbed her boyfriend with a knife that hit deep down his subclavian artery and caused his immediate death. Due to this, Christian was pronounced dead at the scene, and all fingers pointed directly at the model. The evidence seemed clear-cut. Courtney was the one responsible for this heinous crime, or so it seemed. Was Courtney truly the sole culprit of this murder? The truth behind this chilling event was far more complex than anyone could have imagined. So let's dive a bit deeper and begin from the very beginning. Things were never simple for Courtney and her boyfriend. From the beginning of their relationship in November 2020, they had separated multiple times. In March 2022, Courtney recently expelled her boyfriend from his apartment due to personal arguments or a fight. Both had a 2-year history of a fierce and extremely toxic relationship. In January 2022, after moving into the Miami building, the security and the neighbors witnessed multiple loud arguments between the model and her boyfriend. Even some building residents have complained about the couple due to their fights, screaming and unbearable noises of the argument. As a result, the building management had to evict the couple from the apartment due to several complaints from the neighbors. But that was not enough. On February 21st, 2022, 1 month after moving to the building, the couple had been seen going physical, with Courtney continuously pushing her boyfriend out and beating him. Her boyfriend can be seen struggling to defend himself. However, this was not the first time they both had a fierce argument or been physical with each other. After the investigation, the officials released another secret audio in which the couple can be heard screaming and shouting at each other. These incidents fueled frequent conflicts between Courtney Clenney and her boyfriend, Christian. Their relationship grew strained, with arguments becoming a regular occurrence. The building atmosphere became increasingly tense. Courtney Clenney, a social media influencer, OnlyFans model, and Instagram star, was in a relationship with Christian for almost 2 years. On social media apps, the couple seemed to be in a very cool and lovely relationship, as shown by their pictures and videos. But behind closed doors, the nature of the relationship was extremely toxic and violent. Although fights were common between this couple, no one knew that these everyday disputes would end in the death of Christian Obumzeli. It all happened in the luxury Miami apartment, where the couple was living after moving to Florida. On the 3rd of April 2022, the day started as usual. At about 1:15 p.m., Christian left the apartment, apparently for some work, and then came back almost 3 hours, at 4:30 p.m. During this timeline, the suspected killer, Courtney Clenney, made a series of phone calls, as per her telephone recordings. She made a call to Christian at 4:01 p.m. Just after calling her boyfriend Christian, she went live on her Instagram page, on which she has over 2 million followers. After an hour, at exactly 4:33 p.m., she called Christian again, shortly after posting the Instagram video. At this time, Christian returned to the apartment with some sandwiches he bought for himself and his girlfriend. These untold stories of criminal cases go beyond the surface as we are witnessing this couple's behavior. And if you want to uncover these intricate details, subscribe to our channel now. 10 minutes after Christian entered the apartment, Courtney called her mother, Deborah Clenney, which lasted over 6 minutes from 4:33 to 4:49 p.m. The timing of these calls are very important as they are a solid clue in this murder case. After Courtney's call to her mother dropped at 4:49, she again dialed her, and the second call lasted over 7 minutes, from 4:49 p.m. to 4:56 p.m. Here's the twist in the story. 1 minute after she made a second call to her mother, she called 911. This clearly indicates during 4:53 p.m. to 4:57 p.m., she stabbed her boyfriend Christian. To uncover what really happened during this timeline, police investigated Courtney Clenney after the incident. According to her, she was angry at her boyfriend because he was lying to her. In the dispute, Clenney took a knife from the kitchen and threw it at her boyfriend from a distance of at least 10 feet. That knife approached Christian directly and caused a tragic scene of death. Then, in a state of horror and unconsciousness, she called 911 saying, "He's going to die, and I'm so sorry, baby." The investigators strategically used the statement of Courtney Clenney to dig deeper into the murder case, hoping to uncover the real story behind the brutal attack. On medical investigations, it was proven that Christian was stabbed deep down in the subclavian artery, possibly by a downward strike that caused excessive bleeding and immediate death of the victim. But, according to the ONLYFANS model, she threw the knife from a distance that does not seem logical to cause the death of a person. It was a downward, hard-hit blow that took the life of her boyfriend. As the detectives delicately approached the subject, they asked the model for her thoughts on Christian's untimely demise. Courtney appears crying, expressing disbelief and shock. After the incident, the Hawaii police arrested the model with charges of second-degree murder, and she is behind bars without bail awaiting trial. Meanwhile, Christian's family is in utter grief at the loss of their child and has filed a lawsuit against Courtney Clenney and the owner of the apartment building in Miami where the couple was residing. As this tragic relationship comes to an end, the story of the ONLYFANS model serves as a haunting reminder of how domestic violence and little disputes can result in the loss of a living soul. While we can't predict the outcome in Christian's murder case, one thing is sure that Courtney stabbed her boyfriend allegedly. If you want to stay up to date on more stories like this, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It's time to delve into the shadows together.